Hey y'all,
What's
how you
happening?
doing? What's up?
A
What's
new
up, Queen?
day, honey.
It's a new day.
A new week and a new month. September 1st. Shout out to y'all
All,
September babies.
all that's happening
Virgos.
today.
Yeah.
A
All
new
of it.
day,
New
a new
day,
week.
a new week, a new month.
The first week of September.
The first week of September. Like August went by so fast. Whew. The summer went by so fast.
Yeah,
But we was busy.
we was busy all summer.
We was
I don't
busy
know about
all
everybody
summer.
else.
So on the move.
I don't know about everybody else, Queen, but we was busy all summer,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. We had things when they say you got things to do this summer, baby. We had things to do, and we did them very graciously, very graciously.
All summer long.
All summer long.
All summer long. So
Had me a little sad that it was over, but that's all right because we got next summer, we got this fall, we got the winter, the spring, we got all of that. So y'all come on,
we got a lot going on.
we
And
got a lot going
and it's
on.
already and it's gonna start now. We're gonna go ahead and keep things rolling.
Yeah, appreciate the support, everybody.
Yeah,
It's been real
definitely.
genuine. So we appreciate that. We really do. So, but what's going on, Queen? You know,
Well, it's Freestyle Wednesday week, so we on here to talk about a bunch of bullshit, but good shit, but bullshit. You know, so
for sure, for sure.
so I was thinking since we already here, we could get started. We know how each other doing, but we've let the people know that we're doing well. We coming
Blessed,
back
highly
off of
favored.
huh?
I say blessed and highly favored.
That's definitely. And we're coming back off of a wonderful summer promo tour. So every show that we're giving now is like even more like thrilling, because
Yeah,
we still on a high.
still
So
up
we're gonna
there.
give Yeah, still up there. So we're gonna give y'all this show today, and we're gonna give y'all some good shit today. Um, so it's Freestyle Wednesday. What's up? I would get a
Freeze.
gavel, Queen, because I want to have something that
That
come
you
on
look, you need
when
the
we
little
get ready
button
to
that say
start. When we get, and it's a
Look,
lot of
look,
stuff I can throw
I
off
can
in
play. We
here.
can play a little music or something. I've been on that Nas.
Yeah, that
I
Nas be right though. But
I've been really
we
on
can
that
have.
Nas.
It's a lot of unique features on this StreamYard virtual studio that I need to learn about. So
Yeah,
you got to get in here too, so you can start playing around with it as well. But
yeah.
so yeah, so we're gonna jump into the quote of the day, and because okay, so the basis of Freestyle Wednesday is that we really don't have a dialect. We just talk about
We just
different
talk.
things. The rambunctious conversation. It's about good stuff. It's always about
Stuff
our
that's going
people.
on.
Stuff that's going on. It's always about us, and it's interesting details. So we're gonna have some conversation today, some commentary on some things that have been floating around the social media world.
Oh,
And then, of course, we got to come with that real stuff. So, after we have those conversations, we're going to talk about the top 5 issues that are facing Black Americans, and we're going to run through those. It's top 5 issues, but they're very good. They're very detailed, and
hmm.
I think that we should definitely have a quick conversation on those things. So, but we're going to jump on into this show here,
Let's
and
go.
the quote of the day is "Kindness is free." Sprinkle that shit
Mm,
everywhere.
mm.
So,
It is
and that's
very,
and
very
that's
free.
and that's from little old me. Um,
Very, very free.
and very deep, and it's easy.
I wish I wish people would get that though. Like, it's nothing
I don't
wrong
know.
with being polite,
I
being
don't
kind
know.
to somebody. A simple, I don't work in the office, but a simple you come in the office and you say, "Oh, well, hello, or good morning. How are you doing today?" Don't come in the office with that talking about I'm here again. Really?
But you know, I mean, it's so many Americans in this world. I just really just accepted that people are going to be exactly who they are.
Yeah.
And that can mean they could be messed up, they could be good people, they could be living one way this on this side and another way on this side. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I just accepted that people are gonna be who they are, Queen. You know, they come in being ugly, that's just who they are. They ugly.
And it depends on what kind of what like
What's
being
going
in the
on
United
too?
States, like where you from as well, because you can go to other cities, like you can go up north or out west. Point exact. When we went to Vegas and Cali in May, you know, we Southern, so we like, oh, thank you, like good morning, how you doing, you know, and people really like looking at us like
Oh, they
y'all
don't
ain't
do
from
that
around
there.
here. Y'all ain't from around, like y'all ain't from like y'all so polite, like y'all ain't from around here. No, but it's just to me, it's just common courtesy. But I was brought up like that too. But them people looking like y'all speaking and stuff,
Yeah,
man.
they don't
Please,
do all that. People been told me that in the north they're not very sociable when it comes
no.
to being out and about. They're not doing all that.
Mm-mm.
And I just was like, wow, you know, this is real.
Very real.
And I but even just being in Tallahassee, I used to be walking down the street as a kid and I would speak to people when people wouldn't speak back. So
Yeah,
it just depends on the person. It depends on the person. It also kind of just depends on where you are, because maybe I was
yeah.
speaking to a bunch of dope heads who weren't paying no attention. You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
And that's true because being from a small town, coming to Tallahassee, even though I've been here since like the beginning of the '90s, like early late '80s, '90s, and I was used to just walking by somebody's house. Oh, hey, how you doing? No, people
No,
sitting outside. Yeah, they just be look. You speak, say, hey, how you doing? They looking at you like, what's wrong with you?
right.
So, but man, y'all, it don't take that much effort to be kind.
But
It
a
don't
lot of
take that
people,
much
but
effort.
a lot of people, it take it for a lot of people. It for some
That's
people,
true.
it just don't. It just ain't in them.
Mm-mm. No,
It just
that's
ain't in
bad.
them.
But hey, that's the truth.
But y'all, we got a funny show today though. So we're gonna jump into this show. So there was this New York surgeon. Um, him and his wife are currently going through a divorce.
Mm,
Okay, wait, let me start.
money.
I'm
What
tickled
those
already
assets
because
gonna be like?
right. That okay. There's this New York.
What type of surgeon?
He's a body surgeon.
Oh,
Um, yeah, so he's a millionaire surgeon.
mm-hmm.
He's currently going through a divorce with his wife, because she and it got nasty because the wife was turning tricks while rich. So,
What?
and the reason why I'm so tickled is because it
So,
ain't that much being independent in the motherfucking world.
look,
You rich.
you know the first thing came to my mind. Damn, she really a hoe.
That's exact queen. That's
Like, 'cause, you know,
exactly
like you
what
got
I
the money
said.
already. You already got the money. And you out
What
here
is you
tricking.
doing?
Oh, you out here tricking, baby. You just what I just said. That I ain't even, that's it. That's it.
Why are you doing this?
But you know what? I remember a show. I don't know if it was Oprah or somebody had a show, and it was talking about these suburban moms being escorts. Drop their kids off to school soccer practice, and they out here escorting suburban moms. Shit is crazy. And that was probably like, I think that was maybe like in the late 90s, early 2000s, that show that she did. Suburban moms out here.
Queen,
so it ain't just the ones out there that y'all see out there on the stroll now. They call themselves more sophisticated.
You tricking while rich.
Tricking while rich.
The man was
stopping everybody else hustle.
You messing
stopping everybody else hustle.
You messing with the hustle of the people who really need the money. You tricking while rich. It's like a side hustle for you. Like, why are you even doing?
That ain't even no side hustle, Queen. That's just what I said she is. That's just what it is.
Yeah,
She probably didn't even have to really get paid.
I'm not in denial at all about what she is, Queen. It's the simple fact that she think that this is. I was like, so you messing with these other people money? That's one of the first things I was thinking of is like, oh, okay, so you really a hoe for one.
I don't know what,
because you got money. You got money and you tricking still, so you really a hoe. Okay, that's first and foremost. We got that out of the way. But the simple fact, not only that, you tampering with the real people money.
But I want to know, like, what class the men are. Are they rich? She messing with some. I don't want to say bombs. I don't want to say that. That ain't nice.
Man, this lady out here playing with the church money, Queen. She don't even care. She just said, okay, yes, I'm living in this mansion.
But I'm finna go out here and sell. I'm finna go out here and sell this stuff today. Who want it? Here it go. Well, at least she ain't giving it away for free.
But she might not even be charging that much because she rich. It's just for
nah. Because even though when I just said about what type of caliber of men that she probably dealing with, she probably still dealing with some wealthy ones.
She dealing with rich caliber men.
Yeah, because she now one thing about them, they ain't gonna go too low. I can believe that. Yeah, they ain't gonna go too low. They ain't gonna go too low in the class now.
No, I can believe that. I just wanted to throw that little funny tidbit in there. But
he got to be and powerful.
Baby out here doing her thing.
As I always say, to each his own. To each his own. I don't judge. To each his own. Do you, boo? If that's what you want to do. But you let the other ladies that's out here on the stroll get that money, because you already got that money.
You got it, baby. But I guess she said y'all ain't gonna take it all. I can show y'all what I used to do.
Unless her husband, she might be one of them rich women. She rich, but her husband is the one that's really rich, and he giving her allowance, and she ain't got enough allowance.
I just told you, he the millionaire. He the millionaire. But the point is, she got children from this man, so she just as rich as he is. It's just what it is. She just like what she like.
Well, I want to know was she tricking when she met him?
That's what I'm saying. This was probably her thing. And you sometimes you can't take the people out their element. You can give all the money in the world. You can't take out the element.
That's a case of Pretty Woman, and that's my favorite movie.
This ain't even. But with Pretty Woman,
but with Pretty Woman, it was a happy ending. It was a happy ending. She wanted to get off the
poor though. She ain't have nothing.
Yeah, she ain't have nothing. That's funny.
It's hilarious to me. She was doing her thing though. So it now done led to divorce and I got nasty. I hope she was getting good enough money to where she was putting stuff away. Because with you doing this on the side, you definitely should have been putting something away.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, she got her sugar daddy, or 2 or 3, maybe 4,
Yeah,
5,
she
6.
gonna be straight. Cause she,
He gonna
but
be all
damn.
right. And if she got kids from him, he gonna have to pay.
And
Unless
that's
he
the
got.
part. That's the part that's sickening, though, is that people be getting into these situations for those reasons to know that I am going to be taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's the part. That's where it get a little sickening
That's
and
why that
twisted
term
for
that
me.
you hear our men say that black women are gold diggers, baby, you better be careful. No
Oh, they
matter
know
what
it come from.
what color, race a woman is, if they want you for your money, they gonna want you for your money. It don't matter what the race is.
And they know them people. Most of them come from other elements anyway. So,
That part.
So our next topic of interest is, where are y'all at? That's a part of the Eat a Booty game.
That sounds stank and nasty.
So, do men get ate out? Let's
Oh my
discuss.
God. Oh my God.
Trick Daddy saying he get ate out. And the other question was, do you get your legs lifted? He said maybe a little. Let's talk about it.
You know, picture and Trick Daddy just went through my mind. I'm just like, ugh. I'm like, ugh, with the whole thing. I ain't even gonna say what I really want to say, because what I'm gonna say it'll offend somebody. So I'm gonna just hush.
Queen, I was appalled.
But
And
I ain't
I'm not
surprised. I ain't
appalled.
surprised by Trick Daddy now.
I ain't appalled at the fact that he allows that to happen to him.
Yeah,
I'm
I ain't
appalled that
appalled.
this man said this out loud.
Yeah, I ain't appalled, because look, Trick Daddy, look, when Trick was Trick, like really thought happening, Trick was down there in Perry in
Yeah,
between all the girl legs, just telling them to come on.
I know. And it is what it is. But
Yeah,
again, I'm not
that's crazy. But for
surprised
him to say that somebody
that
doing him,
no, I'm not even surprised that somebody doing him, Queen, because Trick nasty. What I'm surprised
but I'm
about is
saying him
this man,
speaking it though,
he
him
said
speaking
it out
it.
loud. He said it on the live. He said it on these people on the joke, or what the boy is, your boy Noriega podcast.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
go watch it, because I watch them I watch them at least 2 episodes. Look, I'm catching up, but I'm gonna have to watch that one. I'm gonna have to watch him
Queen
and
said
TK.
it. He said it out his mouth.
That's nasty. And whatever chick,
So no,
he, she, whoever doing it, that's nasty.
this is why I wanted some feedback on this. I want people to let me know.
Where you at,
Okay,
E? Because
Joe,
I
we got
see you
Joe.
on there,
Yeah, the
E.
show was Drink Champs. The show was Drink Champs. Okay, so we got Joe, we got E on here. E, Joe, are y'all part of the Eat a Booty gang? Y'all and y'all
I know Joe gonna be like, hell no.
y'all get tossed. I want to know. And the reason why, no, I really don't want to know, because that's why I feel like where Trick fucked up at is because
Yeah,
you didn't have to say Trick. Whatever goes on in your bedroom, I know
leave
you've
it
been
in your
saying it years ago, but
bedroom.
he bought it up again today, and y'all know these people. That's why I said this don't surprise me that Trick do this.
Oh no, I'm not
Joe say
surprised
hell no.
about that he doing it. I ain't surprised about that.
I don't need the disclaimer about you being I don't need the disclaimer about you being there with Fee, because one thing about one thing about it, if Fee wanted to say something, she'll say it. You
Yeah,
ain't got to, cause she jump on here when she want to talk. So you ain't
that part.
got to let us know you sitting there with Fee.
E. E.
Oh Lord, this guy.
That's funny.
But hey y'all. Hey, y'all. But
Trick
y'all,
off the chain. Like, oh my
this not
God.
surprising. It's not the surprising thing about
It's
Trick.
not. It's not.
It's not. That's never surprising. Y'all, Trick been talking about the Eat a Booty game for forever. You know what I'm saying? So yes.
Yeah, Joe.
He been talking about the Eat a Booty game forever. So it's nothing new. It's
No,
nothing new.
at
But
all.
I was just surprised that he said it on with today's date and time, with the day and how people like to try to roast you and remind you and make memes about everything that's being said. I was just surprised he said that.
Yeah, Trick say
Hey,
whatever.
girl.
Look, hey, Pink. You know, look, you see, he done said the stuff about Beyonce can't sing and all of that, and he's sticking to what he said. He was like, I meant what I said. I ain't changing. I ain't apologizing or nothing. Like, I meant what I said, and that's his opinion.
Yeah.
And that's his opinion. But come on, y'all, we know Trick say whatever. Trick gonna say whatever come to his mind, whatever he want to say. And look, you either like it or you don't. He really don't give him. He
Yeah, and
really
that's
don't.
what it is.
Mm,
It's some things that you ain't gonna support that a person say, but it is what it is.
yeah.
But I just found it quite funny that he sat up there. He was so comfortable.
I got to watch that. I got to go watch Drake
He
Chips. I got to watch
Nori say,
I can see I can see
he
Nora's
did,
face. I can see Nora's face
Nori,
now. To my
Nori
hell,
say,
yeah. Nora. Because
Nori
Nora,
say,
he be so hyped. He be so hyped.
he said, you lift your legs up, and the man say, sometimes. Oh, they started screaming. They started screaming. We ain't trying to bait nobody joke. They started screaming. I'm telling you. Thank
Oh,
you, Fee. I know you would never. I know you're such a
would
fucking
never.
lady.
That part. That part.
Never. Never. Never.
Have my nose out.
E, you don't need to be claiming Trick as your birthday twin. Because I don't
Show.
even want to know what that says
Now,
about you.
don't E. E. Don't tell nobody else that E. Don't tell nobody else that. Don't tell nobody else that. You could have told somebody that before he said what he just said.
Oh my God, Joe. Look at this mess. This is your boy Joe right here. I can't deal with Joe.
Joe, you know
But
what?
Joe real
But
though. Joe real about this right here now. That man say he's too
I'm
regular.
gonna get up off the show right now. We finna end this thing right now. Cause see, we I love you, Joe. Now
Joe,
you my brother. But Joe,
cheers.
that part, cheers. I'm
Cheers,
drinking
Joe.
my tea, but cheers to you.
Motherfucking cheers. Okay, Fee, you teaching the people.
Okay. Y'all in these comments today.
E,
Oh, there go
so
E. There go E.
He's so proud right now.
Y'all in the comments today, baby. Y'all in the comments today.
Look how proud he is about this Fee.
Oh my God.
Child. Moving right along, because that's your boy Trick though. I just want to let y'all know your boy Trick out here said it's okay. Everybody know, he been told y'all before he get that booty toss, that salad toss, get that thing licked up in there. I couldn't even imagine a person
Look,
down
please
there
don't even say the words like that. Cause just the thought, like, it's just ew.
I couldn't. So it's disgusting.
I
So
hope nobody ain't out there eating. That should not even said that word.
It's crazy. He said it out of his mouth. That's what made me mad about it.
And
all right, y'all.
Cause I don't know now.
He talking about, child, is my month, child. I know it is, E. You ready to celebrate, ain't it, buddy? Libra game.
Oh
End
my
of the month. You slide through on. Boy, y'all here. All
off the
right.
dang.
So our next topic is we got a look. I just got a quick question before we jump into our five issues facing Black Americans. And I know that may be a little bit controversial, but most of us gonna agree on all of them. But it may be controversial. But this one is peace. Do you believe in having time for yourself? Like, do you actually believe in taking the time to leave your home, plan a day for yourself without your children, your partner, your mothers, your anybody, that you have to deal with in life? Are you comfortable with being that person? That's our question of the day.
You got to leave home.
No, you don't. You don't have to.
Cause I have mine every day. My kids are so much like me. Like that, my kids don't. People be like, "Well, you need to spend time with your kids. You always working and stuff, Candace." I'm like, I got a 20-year-old and a 16 that don't look. All right, Mom. When they want to spend time and talk to me, they come talk to me. Other than that, they be doing their own thing. So I have me some peace. And they know when we better not mess with Mom.
So, with that being said, Quill, I ain't mean to hit your screen. I'm hitting everything. Trying to hit Joe comment. Okay, there you go. Yep, he said yep. Joe said yep. He agrees. So, it when you take time for yourself, do you feel like you're being selfish, or do you feel like that's needed? Because I know that me personally,
no, taking time for yourself.
But some people don't know what time for themselves is, though, Queen.
That what, girl.
And I will hope that at some point they would take a lesson and learn it. But it's a lot of people that actually will sit up and use one of these issues as facing Black Americans, which is the victim mentality.
Yeah.
And play victim so much about that. I can't do this. I can't make time for me. I can't do this.
You can. Because we all got it. You have a choice every day you get up in the morning. You have a choice of what you want to do and what you don't want to do, and who you gonna let bother you, who you gonna let not bother you, and is you gonna get your peace. So it's your choice. It is your choice. At the end of the day, you a grown man, girl, boy, whatever you are. It's your choice at the end of the day. So it's up to you.
Totally agree.
Cause see, some of y'all out here, y'all like that chaotic life y'all live. And then you be hollering about, I can't get no peace. It's always drama this. But you like that.
And you probably creating a lot of it and keeping a lot of it around you because that's what keeps you safe.
That part.
I don't like the chaoticness. I can go without chaotic. I can definitely. I mean, but everybody need a little bit. I would think that something got to shake your life up every now and then.
We gonna always have that.
I don't fiend for it. I don't.
You gonna always have a little shake up come from out of nowhere. You be like, damn. Here we go. But you got a choice, man. It's your choice. I just know with me, I ain't finna be letting you interrupt what I got going on over here with Candace. This my piece. You might get me one good time, but you best believe I ain't finna be dwelling on it or nothing like that. Because at the end of the day, it's about me, myself. I got to make sure that I'm okay to take care of whoever else I need to take care of.
That's dependent on you, especially.
Yeah. I can't take care of everybody else if I ain't good and I ain't at peace with what I got going on. And
it's
people like that.
Being a bit selfish to better yourself is healthy. And that's very true, Joe. I agree with that 100%. You got to take some time to be selfish because it's just healthier. It will not benefit you to think that you got to be Superman, Superwoman all the time.
Yeah, I think about I was depicting some of these parents with their kids and how much they spend so much time with their kids and they got to entertain their kids, do this. I gotta go take them to do this, or I need to. It's like they constantly doing something with their children, and there's nothing wrong with you constantly doing something with your children. That's a good thing. But when you constantly doing for them, then when they get ready to leave the nest and go off to college, you right here like I ain't got nothing to do. I don't know what I ain't doing. Yeah, because you've been catering to them children the whole time. You've been ripping and running and never thought about, man,
Never
look, let
had
me
their
take
own
me a
identity.
break. Now you ain't got no identity. You got to try to find that back.
Never had their own identity because they only had the identity of being a mom or being a parent.
Or a dad.
Yeah. Yeah. Or definitely it's always stuff like that make people realize, yeah, that's why I tell my kids all the time, y'all know I will not have anything keeping me sitting still once y'all here gone. Why would I do that? That makes no sense. You know, I'm just like I live now. I'll continue to keep doing that
because they're gonna always be your kids, but they're gonna end up having their own life as well. So you got to still continue to live life once they leave.
And for the people who don't even have children, your peace still is important. You still got to get away from the things that you're doing on a regular basis, because if you're going to work every day, going to school every day, and you're taking care of people and you're doing things of that nature, you still have to take time away from some of those things. You still got to have peace.
I'm telling you, I love to be by myself. I didn't learn how to be by myself. Being at home in my room, chilling, hanging out, doing whatever Candace want to do, I love it. Don't come bother me. If I want to sit on the phone and talk to you, I'm gonna talk to you. If I don't want to sit on the phone and talk to you, I'm just gonna look at the phone. But I text you, girl. I'll call you back, girl, later, because I'm enjoying me. I'm enjoying my time, and I could just sitting here reading a book. Or just sit here listening to music.
The universe pick up on when I'm trying to have me time, because most of those times, during those times, my phone don't ring. It don't even beep, chime, or do nothing. I be there and felt like, okay, everybody know this is my time. I need to focus on me for a little bit, So those things, definitely having peace is important. We have to throw in some of that mental health conversation for y'all, so y'all can, anybody that is having a hard time giving themselves some me time, whether it's 15 minutes a day, go sit on your front porch and breathe for yourself. Have some sanity for you. It's important. As our Department of Health medical, what is it, neighborhood medical center expert on the phone, on the line, has said, being a bit selfish to better yourself is healthy. So, take some time to dim away and be for you. Yeah. So we're gonna jump into the top 5 issues facing Black Americans from the desk of Mr. Talib Starks. He's a Black philanthropist at Prager University.
Shout out.
Yeah. So I saw this about a week ago and was I was like, damn, people gonna hate me for this, because I was gonna put them on Facebook because I agree with all 5 of them, but not just for the fact that I agree with all 5 of them. I think that people don't like to be accountable. So these are things that kind of lean along the lines of why we have these issues, because accountability sucks for some. So problem number 5, the victim mentality. Nothing holds someone back more than seeing himself as a victim. Why? Because the victim is not responsible for his situation. Everything is someone else's fault, and the victim sees little chance of improving his life. How can he get ahead if someone is holding him back? All this makes him the victim, unhappy, frustrated, and angry. This is how too many Blacks see themselves, as victims. So much of their victim status becomes their primary identity and their ruling ideology. I call it victimology. Unfortunately, many Black churches preach this victimology. Many Black parents pass it on to their children, Inner city schools teach it to their students, and the black media reinforces it. Meanwhile, the NAACP and other black grievance groups fundraise on it. Victimology. Problem number 5 in the black community. If you got comments, you will feel like you want to throw something out there, definitely interrupt me as I go through these problems. But I want to read through the problems first, and
Some
then we
do,
can have
some I can. Some, yeah. Some
a
do be
conversation.
playing that victim. Some, yeah.
Yeah.
Some really do be playing the victim now. Like some of y'all, for real, be playing victim.
Problem number
When you
4,
the violator.
lack of diversity.
Look, when you the
Blacks
violator.
repeatedly. What'd you say, Queen?
I say when they the violator, they playing the victim.
Oh yeah. You know,
Yeah, no.
it's
Yeah,
a
I
rampant.
agree with that though. I agree with that.
I like the breakdown of it too. It's not just
Yeah.
like attacking, but it is making you accountable. Problem number 4, lack of diversity. Blacks repeatedly demand an honest dialogue or debate about race, but how can there ever be an honest dialogue about race between blacks and whites when there is virtually no honest dialogue between blacks and blacks? It's hypocritical. And if a black person doesn't think whites are ultimately responsible for black people's problems, they're labeled a sellout, Uncle Tom, or race traitor. As long as this type of groupthink exists, race reverends of the Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson type will continue to be celebrated, while independent black thinkers such as Professors Thomas Sowell and Walter Williams will be shunned. The honest race dialogue and debate that first has began is not between blacks and whites, but between blacks and blacks. We demand diversity from others, but need to practice it within ourselves where it really matters, in thought, opinion, and even political affiliation. Boom. Problem number 4, urban terrorism. As just about everyone knows, but too few talk about publicly, in majority black cities, violent black on black crime is rampant. A Department of Justice study from 1980 to 2008 revealed that blacks accounted for almost half of the nation's homicides, 47.4%, and more than half of the offenders, 52.4%, all while being 13% of Americans' population. Between 1882 and 1968, during this 86-year span, which is essentially the post-Civil War era up to the Civil Rights era, 3,446 blacks were reportedly lynched. Presently, black on black murders have eclipsed the number of blacks lynched over the years of 80 years. Roughly every 6 months or something like that. Unbelievably, the culpability for this disappropriate amount of mayhem actually lies within a menacing 2 to 3% minority within the black populace. I call them urban terrorists, and since they're literally spawned from problem number 2, the black community protects them.
That's true.
All right, so we got some conversation from Joe.
Deep. Now that one, that was deep. Yeah.
Yeah, it was deep, but I mean, everything still has proliferation and questions. So we gotta, you know, it's still a conversation. It can't just be something. But Joe got questions, and we got. So Joe say, I disagree that dialogue between black and whites are needed. He said it's not. He said he really don't believe it's needed. We need to start with us first before any conversation with any other race is needed.
Anybody else? Yeah,
we need to start within our race.
That's true.
The white people all actually have the power to oppress us, knowing what is going on because they are oppressing us. Definitely. Very true. And my question for him is, what conversation should be had to get white people to give up power, resources, money, and land?
Wait on it.
Joe, go on, get that question together. I'm gonna tell you his name, and again, he's at PragerU.com. We can email him.
Email.
We can ask these questions. So, problem number 2: proliferation of baby mamas. The disintegration of the nuclear family has led to an astronomical increase of single mother households, according to the Moynihan report in 1965. Nearly 25% of Black children were born to unwed mothers. The report's author, Daniel Whatever, said that this was a disaster in the making. He was, of course, vilified by so-called Black leaders and their progressive allies.
Wow.
But he was right. Today, the out-of-wedlock birth rate is nearly 75% and even higher in some urban areas. To be clear, baby daddies share this responsibility with baby mamas. Yet, while baby daddies are blamed and rarely shown compassion, baby mamas are rarely blamed and receive both compassion and support. The lopsided dynamic and previously listed pathologies stem
Oh my
directly from the
God.
number one problem facing the Black community. Problem number one: unquestioning allegiance to so called progressive policies.
Mm.
Unwavering loyalty to progressive liberal. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I said PragerU. if, E, don't do that right now. I gotta get a gavel. Um, it says liberal policies is the primary reason these dire conditions persist. If both if both makes them possible and perpetuates them, it's no coincidence that progressive is the common
Wow.
thread that binds predominantly Black cities where single parent homes, falling schools, rampant poverty, and crime predominate. Look at the cities in certain areas. They've been run by progressive Democrats for decades. If their liberal policies were at all effective, these cities should have become models of economic growth and prosperity. Instead, they're models of dysfunction. By
Hmm.
fostering and exploiting the victim mentality, discouraging self-examination, and subsidizing baby mamas and making excuses for Black thugs, so-called progressive policies don't alleviate the problems that afflict the
Wow.
Black community. They aggravate those problems. You may have noticed that racism did not make the list. Why not? It's simple. There will be no solution to the suffering afflicted Black America until more Blacks recognize that the issues plaguing our community are sometimes self-inflicted. Does racism exist? Every day? But there are
Yeah.
other problems far more serious right in our communities when we look at each other, and waiting until there are no more races will mean waiting and making excuses forever. That's it. So let's take this conversation. All
Child,
right,
the baby mama, that baby mama.
we got so Joe said, his part about we need to give up the power, resources, money, and land. For one, I definitely don't think that the conversation with white people about giving up anything that they have control over will ever happen in this
No,
country. Even
no.
if we sit down and have these conversations, they'll
They
find a
ain't trying
different
to give
way
up
to.
nothing.
It'll be something else said as to why this should be why it won't happen.
Hmm.
But we can we what that's what we get into these seats to do and try to change certain things, and it still backfires. So I don't
It
know
don't.
about that. I think that's something that we again, I'm a person who feel like you put somebody in the seat that actually means something for the community because he's from the community. That's what I
Hmm.
believe. So that means he ain't gonna get up there and sell out. He gonna go in there and strictly fight for what's right, and we gonna get what we need by somebody literally taking the cause under their wings. I
Yeah.
don't really believe it's gonna happen from the white people. We gotta go in and take it from the white people. We ain't gonna get it. I agree.
And
We
then
need to
and you
start with
ain't
our
and
race. Go
it
ahead,
ain't
Quinn.
gonna be easy to take.
And it ain't gonna be nothing overnight. People have been doing
Mm-mm.
it, trying to fight this forever.
Yeah,
And say I agree. We need to start with our race. It's like Black people don't want to see other Black people win. Girl, yeah,
that's the
we ain't
mentality
even.
that they done had for years.
Yeah,
And it,
even when it, and I don't think it's not that we don't all want to see each other win. I just think that some of us just have some of us either we get into positions where we are winning and we don't feel like we need to bring other people
right,
along with us, and then
yeah.
some of us that are winning, they walk away from the people that they're like. We don't get that. We the people who we building up sometimes just let us down.
And
um
then some, even then when you do try to bring some of your people up, then like you say, some of them be like, oh, well, you selling out. Well, I didn't try to help you, but I can't just give to you and you ain't trying to do nothing for yourself.
Yeah.
Like
You can teach a man to fish, but you can't feed him every day. So that's the same. You can't.
same
It's just
thing.
certain things that you have to do. Like but also while you're teaching people to do things, give them a resource so they don't gotta continue to lean on you, because that's where
Yeah.
people get fucked up at. Like they become very, very dependent on you because
Yeah.
you done did one thing for them. We done seen it happen just by going out helping in communities. We've seen it happen. So,
Yeah. And then you got the ones that say that they sell out. So I went to a party last week and sent to the table with this older couple, and all the man was saying they was black. I won't work for no niggas. I won't work for no niggas. And I'm sitting here looking at him because he in the healthcare field. And I'm just looking at him like, I say, well, they not all bad people to work for. Like, them our people. So it ain't no different working for them if you working for the white people. They all will F you over. So it don't, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just was like, I say, oh my God. I was like, boy, the mindset where people
it's
at.
the mindset.
And he said, I won't work for no niggas. I was just like, but you a nigga.
I agree with
This
you
why,
on this
and
too, Joe,
I
because
want to say this why we can't get nowhere, because of what you just said.
And it's gonna stay like that with certain people like that, Queen, because look who he got a family. He raising people to think just like that. So it's a yeah. Like the people the man just said, we're teaching some of the things are stemming from is rolling down from generation to generation. Joe said, I agree with him on that portion. We need to leave the progressive alone. Malcolm X warned us about them.
Yeah.
True indeed.
That's true indeed.
True indeed. True indeed.
Most definitely.
I would say racism is our number one issue. It's the foundation of all of our problems. Yeah, well, systematically anyway.
Yeah.
But I definitely I agree with that. I would say it's number one. I think the reason why I'm falling back off of it from being the number one issue is because a lot of black people don't act like they tiptoe around racism.
Oh,
they don't think it's a number one issue anymore because they tiptoe around it. But it doesn't still make it less quantifiable. So it don't make it less quantifiable at all. So I definitely agree with that.
I can't talk about that because I'm gonna lose my job.
Joe said bullshit. Racism is our number one issue. We need to do us. We never had a chance to self-actualize and truly build our own. Well, I do believe that's what the young man was saying in the whole premise is that we need to focus on us. A lot of people so worried about what everybody else is supposed to do for us until we forget that we can do a lot for us. So, yeah.
A lot of shit that they got is because our ancestors built. A lot of shit that we looking at.
And say
it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
And the knowledge is more. Sharing the knowledge is more important than anything. If we back in the day, if the parents that never graduated from school that saved all this money to get their oldest child to go off to college, he went off to college to make sure that he was the foundation to help take care of that family. Because they pour all their money into him. We have lost so much of what our culture really stands for. People love to say black people have no culture, or we don't have a foundation because of it built on slavery. We're not built on slavery. We're not built on that. We're some of the most dynamic people. We're very creative. I see it every single day, that the creativeness that shows up in our people. And we need to stop having so much hate for one another. If you send another black person
a lot of them don't know their own history.
But that's that's why I said the over, and then it's even worse. To be even more frank with things, it's almost even worse because of the overpopulation. How do you try to
Mm-hmm.
change the mind
You
of millions and millions of people?
you can't.
It's so much stuff that's gonna get lost in translation.
And that's what then happened throughout the years.
That's what not having to. That's why so much hate within our people. We don't
Because
look at
that's
each
what
other
then
and say,
happened.
"This is my brother," and we
Yeah.
don't look at each other and have support for each other the way we should. Although we do see a lot of times where these communities are definitely tight knit communities.
Mm-hmm.
Our brothers are definitely standing up to be more accountable for their brothers. The women are standing up to be more accountable for their women, but as a whole, we're
Yeah.
not doing enough as a whole.
That's a whole no.
I just I
And
I
I don't know if we'll ever get there.
I don't know.
That's a lot of work.
Brandon, I am not putting your comment on my screen because you ain't had no business busting up in here at no last minute talking about your booty.
Put it up there, Queen. Put it up there. Put it up there. Put it up there, Queen. Put it up there.
You know,
Oh my God. Y'all are off the chain.
this conversation about Trick today really, yeah. But again, it opened, it definitely was funny. But like
Yeah.
Joe said, we are truly exceptional people. We just need to believe more in each other. But I don't know about that, Joe. I promise you. I don't know. I don't see it in our lifetime, Joe.
Nah, I
So
just told you what that
it got
man
to
said.
be
He won't work for no niggas.
the man said he ain't working for no niggas, man.
Mm-mm.
He
So how
said
many
niggas
you
don't
think
pay
we
on
got
time.
that think like that?
It's so many of us that hate us.
He hate his own self.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He hate
So
his
I don't know.
own self.
I don't know, Queen. I was like, I think I'm still just like shocked at the fact that he sat there and said that at a y'all was at where dinner?
At a birthday dinner. At
Wow.
a birthday dinner. I was just like, wow. Like, okay. If that's what, hey, if that's how if that's how you feel, everybody got a right to their own opinion. I ain't finna get into it with you about your ignorance. That's
I
what I'm
mean,
gonna
because
just
it still boils down to being your opinion, but
yeah.
it's like it just like the man said, lack of diversity in
Hmm.
your own people. You don't even have belief in your own people.
At
So,
all.
but you got trust. You got more trust in the white man than you do in that your own people gonna treat you. They gonna treat you. One thing about the
Trust in
difference between
somebody
black and
else.
white people is the difference. But who is this? Oh my God. The difference between the thing that I don't like about the what's I let me not click on this. These comments that's popping up right now, I'm gonna have to block them later. It's somebody that probably hacked into our little feed, child. Couple
Hmm.
million. But
On there with
cause
that book.
I get snappy. But what I'm saying, basically, what I'm saying is, you don't have to have hate for your just because you don't like what you see in front of you and they
Yeah.
don't look exactly like you, that don't mean that you got to have hate for that person. And I think a lot of like what Joe said, um what he said, it may not happen in our lifetime. I agree, but we do got to set our future up to win. I agree with that. As we're trying to do that, because there's many of us that are working the realms, are in the pits trying to get out there with the people to show them what they need and what they need to be doing.
Yeah.
However, it's still going to be some opposition. You're always
Yeah.
going to have opposing people and opposing parties that come in and try to strict us from doing the things that we need to do.
Yep.
But yeah, he is Joe. He was stupid, and many more do think like him. So
Yeah, and then the baby mama and all of that stuff now.
oh yeah, that was that. Yeah.
That go to what I had sent you, almost like what I had sent you that day when they talking about the whole child support and the government and the child support and all of that stuff with the. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot, but it ain't everybody.
It's not.
It's not everybody. We ain't. It ain't. It ain't. We ain't got a lot of. We got deadbeat dads and deadbeat moms. So that's the issue. That's you can't just be saying the single mothers because there's single fathers out here too raising kids.
But it's not. But that's not. But child. But support. Support is not a race thing though. Support is not
Mm-mm.
a. That's because it's more white people get child support. It's more white people get food stamps. It's more white people on welfare than
Mm-hmm.
any other race. Than any other race in this whole country. Honestly. So it's honestly not about um it's not really about the race when it comes to child support. It's just that black women are urged more to jump into child support because of their
Mm-hmm.
situations. So it's a situational thing for a lot of people, but a lot of people just do it because they're nasty.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely. Then seeing all of that
Mm-hmm.
from brothers, cousins, just from family members, and what type of father they didn't been to that child, and then it's a lot like he talking about the single mothers in the article and stuff like that. But you got some of these women out here, they ain't even these men trying to be fathers to these kids, but they so mad that it didn't work out with them that they holding the kids victim from seeing the kids.
That's right.
So
That's
it's
right.
like it's stupid, ignorant, and then that goes down from generation to generation. Oh well, my mama did it, so I ain't gonna let you see your children. I just like I ain't see my daddy either. Stupid, stupid. He ain't doing nothing for these children. I don't care if he ain't doing nothing for the kids, but he want to go take the kids somewhere. Man, hey, come get them. They your kids. Come
Yeah.
get them. Take them where you want to go. He ain't gave you no child support. Who cares? But he want to spend time with them children, and that's what's important.
That's
But you
all.
around here being vindictive. That's why you a single mom.
Ooh, and that's probably the worst. That's one of the what is this? Joe say who in the hell is this soft ass troll in the comments? You said it right, Joe. Soon as you call them soft, they ain't said nothing else, Joe, because they
They
really
said
just
that.
there. They don't want these problems. And say
Mm-mm.
I feel that if the parents aren't together, then the absent parent should automatically be on child support. I disagree.
I disagree with that.
I
It
disagree with that because everybody
it
ain't the
depends on the
absent parent.
situation. It depends on the situation of the parents.
Yeah.
It's a lot when it comes down to that situation there. It's a lot because it could be a lot of different things that then went on in that relationship that parent went and put that other parent on child support. Yeah, you should support that. You should take care of them kids. If you made them, you need to be taken care of. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
You
sad
got
that
it,
people and it's
but that's the
sad that
thing though.
people
That's
have to go
even if
to the
even
court.
if you can't. My thing is this though, child support. Because I don't give a damn. I know people that been on child support since their kids been born and they ain't never paid a dime, and that has completely kept them completely out of that child's life 100%.
Yeah.
Just
And
because
see,
they
I
ain't
don't
paid
agree
no
with that.
money and did that's sorry. So it makes them sorry.
Yeah.
However, that's the reason to be on child support because you're not having any accountability. You ain't spending time. You ain't coming to get. You ain't helping out. You ain't setting it up in ways that you can't do financially. Because
Mhm.
if I'm taking care of my kid, and I know you fucked up out here, and you really fucked up out here, you know what I'm saying? Because it done been times where my kid's father I had to step in to take on his part. In
Yeah.
times he had to step in and take on my part. That's
Yeah.
called co-parenting. That's proper
Yeah.
co-parenting. And it's just that simple. However, there's also been times where I've seen where people don't do shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's times where child support does need to be had, but just because we're not together shouldn't be the reason
Shouldn't be the
why
reason.
child support step in. Because if we're not together and he's still doing everything he's supposed to do, then he shouldn't be on child support.
Mm-hmm.
If he ain't doing nothing, then yeah, do what you got to
Yeah.
do.
And you got to be
Yeah,
consistent.
them
Cause them kids remember all that stuff.
Yeah, you got to, and you got to do what you got to do when it comes to your kid. Your kids got to be taken care of. That's number one. But
Mm-hmm.
it's I'm very careful. I say to people all the time, you got to be careful who you lay up with.
That's true though, Shel. But some people go flip mode after you have these
I
kids, and
don't
you
give a
never
damn
thought
about no
in
flip
your
mode. I could
mind.
see something. I could see something in your character that
That's
will
true.
make me believe, that will make me know that you are not that person for me. A lot of times we see that we just play. We put on blinders
Put on
because
blinders.
we want a person to be what we want them to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, definitely proper co-parent. And yes, Joe, all the comments went away. The person gone. Thank you for that report because I couldn't get to it right now. But I was probably gonna come back later and say something stupid. So
Just stupid. But it's crazy. It
proper
really.
co-parents are worse. But everybody don't know how to be parents, man. Everybody don't know how to be parents.
Everybody
A
don't
lot
know how
so
to be parents. Everybody don't know how to co-parent. And when people have other spouses, they spouse, girlfriend, whoever in their ear,
yes.
that causes havoc to the co-parenting that those two parents have. So it's so much that come with it. Because even with my own situation, like we co-parent good up until the oldest child was 14 years old.
Yep.
But here he go with this new person, and she just all in his ear. And I'm just like, you know what? I can't deal with this. You was consistent for 14 years. We ain't have no problems for 14 years. 14 years, no problems. Consistency. Now I gotta go up here, get these people to give you these papers because you just then went motherfucking flip mode on a nigga. Like, nigga. What is the issue?
It's the negativity, and like you said,
The
it's the people that's
negativity.
in their ear.
But baby,
The
I
people in
got
their
him.
ear.
I got him. When I got to court, I got him. Because that nigga went flip mode on me. Judge, she married. She got this many businesses. He got all my tax information. He see what I got.
That man went FBI. That man went FBI.
I mean, sold out on your girl. But I mean, and I'm like, you dead angry? You dead angry. But you sitting up there selling out when that judge was gonna make him pay all the way back to when that oldest child was born. I told that judge, weigh that $40-some thousand. Me and him was together throughout that time. And when we won together, he took care of his kids. He don't need to pay no back pay. Waive it all. I don't want it. We start today. That judge looked at me, ma'am, you sure? I'm positive. Because all that is going to keep him binded up. I don't want him binded up. I just want my money to start right now today. This date here, we can start.
He would have. Yep.
But I didn't have some people go to the court. King players went to the court. Baby mama took care of them, her, the kids, everybody. You paying back pay. You paying back pay like he never done enough for his kids a day in his life. Stuff like that. I'd be like, come on now. That man been a part of his kids' life. You want this man to pay back pay for kids that he done took care of until you got mad?
Yeah, though, because that's what they want.
So it's crazy, and it's crazy, and it's different for everybody's situation. It's different for everybody's situation, but I do be like, man, why you shouldn't have to go through this to make you take care of your child.
No.
And that's what I don't like about it. That we shouldn't have to, because man, it took. I look here. Before I went, I sat for
You
8 months
but
thinking about
regardless,
that thing.
it the queen, every it's not every situation is circumstantial.
Yeah,
So you're gonna have times where things like that happen because like Don said, I would rather a man be involved in the child's life versus the money any day. Deadbeat
that
moms
part.
exist as well. However, you're gonna have times when things like this occur. And I was glad you was talking to me because I see my time freezing up. But you made a clear point when you was like, I said I don't want all that to be an issue because that would cause further issues.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a responsible decision and a comment that you made to the judge that saved him, but also allowed him to have a relationship because he was going to be bitter. If he came into the courthouse that way, it was going to not end successfully. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you gotta bite bullets just for your children. It ain't all about how we feel in the situation. It's
Sure.
sometimes completely it's about your kids. And says, and sometimes you just get trapped. Girl, you better put them condoms on.
Condoms on and nigga pull out game better be strong.
And pull out. Money is easy to push out, but that proper time invested is for life. I could just
And
provide
that's
and still not
definitely
be a
true.
good parent. And people show up with money all the time and don't show up with face or have no FaceTime with you with kids.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a very good point. And I agree with that. I mean, if I can get both of them with you, true, I'll take them both. But the kids
That time is
definitely
everything.
need the kids, and the time is everything. That
Yeah.
invested
And the
time.
kids need to your kids need to be able to see, okay, our parents not together, but they need to be able to see parents able to interact with each other and co-parent. Because at the end of the day, that's gonna give your child or your children a better relationship when they get ready to be in relationships. And
Right.
we
When they
pray that
become
they don't
parents.
have to be co-parenting. But even if you married, you still co-parenting. You just in the same
Right.
household together. You still co-parenting. Even if you are married, you just in the same household together. And that helps kids know, okay, this is the type of relationship my parents have. They not together, but they able to get along. They able to come together when it comes down to me or comes
But
down
the
to
his
us.
his whole commonality on this man's commonality, his whole point of the baby mama baby daddy syndrome is that we got too much of it. It's not the
And
fact that
that's
we
true.
it's not
And
the fact that
that's
we
true.
just got the child support situation. We got too many baby mamas, baby daddies, and not
That is
enough
true.
in relationships. That's actually not enough families. We got
Yeah.
too many separated families, not enough together families in our communities, which is causing a lot of friction and a lot of
Mhm.
turmoil. A lot of people don't even know they fucking their cousins. A lot of people don't know
That
who their family
incest.
is down the road because you don't. It's so many people. It's just so many people,
Yeah.
and we don't have enough conversation about what's going on in our communities with our people. Half of us don't even know who our people is because we think it's okay to be the black sheep of the family, and we
And
separate
family
ourselves from
secrets.
everybody.
And family secrets. Granddaddy had a baby over here from such and
Yep,
such, or grandma
yep.
had a baby that she got rid of long time ago, and stuff like that. So it that too, the family history, and you're not telling like, well, such and such your cousin or da 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 da. This your, because you keeping those secrets. And I mean, like back then, they kept some secrets. They kept
They
some
kept
secrets.
secrets because we found out about a lot of family members that when we got older that
Yeah,
we didn't know about growing up. So it definitely happens, especially in all cultures. Families do not they have secrets.
yeah,
But
and with
if
the
we want
kids,
things to start getting better in our cultures, we got to stop looking at what everybody else doing on the
everybody else
outside
doing.
and worry about what we doing on the inside, because culturally we really fucked up. So um the 5 issues that are facing Black Americans: number 5 is victim mentality. Number 4 is lack of diversity within our people. We
Our
talk
people.
about the diversity of Black people because there are many shades, many cultures, many dialects of Black people. We're talking about the diversity among the Blacks. Urban terrorism, proliferation of baby mamas, unquestioning allegiance to so-called progressive policies. Those are
Mm.
the top 5 issues that Brother Talib Starks has stated that are plaguing our communities. Don
This is
says exactly, proper leadership starts with parenting. We should never be against one another when it comes to the well-being of the children.
That's
Wholeheartedly
definitely
agree
true.
on that.
Most
Definitely
definitely.
family skeletons. Definitely family
Oh yeah,
skeletons.
plenty of those. Plenty of those.
Plenty family skeletons. We got a lot of we go at some point, sitting down talking to family that you know is family, but you got things that you want to get off your chest. You got to do that before people leave here, y'all. Don't
And
hold
that's
back. No,
important. That's
it's
important.
important. You got to alleviate some of those thoughts and issues that you
My
got going
granddad,
on.
my
Thank you, Don
granddaddy
and
actually
y'all
did that.
ladies, for tuning in today. Great talk. We enjoyed y'all as well. Thank you.
Yeah, my
Queen.
granddaddy did that to my grandma before he left. He apologized. Him and my grandmother got divorced. Had 6 kids, got divorced. When my mom, the baby, she was young. I think still like in elementary school. But she was the one that took care of him in the end, and he apologized for everything that he did and not really being the parent that he should have been. And my grandma said, "Man, I forgot. Man, I forgave you a long time ago. That's why I was blessed and able to move on, because I had been forgave you years ago.
She
When
wasn't
you
holding
left,
on to
I
that.
been forgave you."
Right.
She was like, "Because I couldn't hold on to that."
She wasn't even
But
properly taking care of her kids if she would have held on to that.
yeah, she would never be able to run her own business if she was holding on to that. So
All
she,
of that. All of that.
you know what I'm saying? All of it. So he apologized before he passed. He apologized to her, and her
That's
reward from
amazing,
her
because you got
children.
a lot of people who don't even that be laying on their deathbed and still look you in your eye and lie. So
Yeah,
the fact that that man was leaving this earth and wanted to make sure he got dying and wanted to just make sure he got this off his chest. That's
he
amazing. And
apologized. He
that's
apologized.
and I'm sure that made your grandmother feel a certain type of way as well. So
She accepted it, but she was like, I know when me and her talked about it, and we talked about this like recently, actually this year, me and her talked about it, and she was like, I had been forgave him. She was like,
but he
I
didn't know.
just,
He needed to feel it.
yeah, he needed her to know that what he did, he was sorry about it. So
Right.
that let me know that bothered him probably all his life,
Yeah, because
and
he
he
didn't know how she
finally had,
felt about it.
yeah. And then with her taking care of him, that probably made him feel a certain type of way. Like, dang, look how I did her. She was
Right.
my wife. Look how I did her. And now we come around full circle. Now she the one taking care of me in the end.
Right. I'm all twisting up my lip on here. So you got it. That you know, and then that's another thing. You never know who you're gonna need again. So you got to be careful how you treat people. Boy.
I'm telling you,
So that means obviously
got to come back.
they didn't have a terrible relationship, because he was able to come back to her and get her to take care of him. So hey,
Well, her children. She did it
right,
off the strength of them kids. Ask her, Mama, you'll take care of that. I got y'all daddy for y'all. Y'all need me to take care of them. I got him. That was the strength of her kids and how much she loved her kids, and seeing them and knew that they didn't want their dad to be somewhere in a home suffering, in a convalescent home suffering. So I'll take care of him. And that's exactly what she did. And in the end, they gave her everything that he left to them. All 6 of them gave it to her.
well, that's even more of a blessing. So it's reasons behind everything.
It always is. You
Queen,
never
tell the
know.
people something good before we get up out of here.
You know, it's Wednesday. We thank y'all for tuning into SW Podcast. We appreciate all the support, especially the comments that came up today. Like, y'all, look, we loving this. We love when y'all comment when we doing live, because it helps us interact with y'all guys. Y'all interact with us. We get to know each other a little bit more. So it's Wednesday. It's September 1st. Let's do these 30 days here strong. Let's reach some of these little small goals that we got for ourselves. And baby, come on, look, it's greatness everywhere. It's just if you want it.
Everywhere.
It's just if you want it. Because we all have greatness inside of us. Each and every last one of us. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not great, because you are. Tap into it, and baby, watch how just watch how it just bursts. It's just gonna
Yes,
burst.
definitely.
SW
Definitely,
podcast,
definitely,
baby.
definitely. SW Podcast. Thank y'all as always. Thank y'all for jumping in, jumping on, tuning in and giving us as much feedback as y'all gave us
Yes.
today. Because on Freestyle Wednesday, there's one of those days that we talk about all kind of stuff. And we don't focus on a particular topic. So just to know that y'all
Mhm.
wanted to jump in and be all over the place with us today, thank y'all for that. All y'all that's a part of the Eat a Booty Gang, you know, keep your tongues
More power
clean.
to you.
More power to you. Keep your tongues clean.
Go get your
But
mouth. Go to the dentist. Get your mouth. Go get that yellow Listerine. Get that yellow Listerine.
and it is September 1st. It's Virgo season still. We living through Virgo season for all the rest of y'all that's out there. Virgos, happy Virgo season. Enjoy
Yes.
y'all the rest of y'all season. Libra season to be here before you know it. So enjoy the rest of your season. It all the first of the month bills are due, and you are correct, baby. People are not happy. So yeah, first of the month bills are due. Get your stuff taken care of, be responsible, take care of your business, and we will
Yes.
be happy to see y'all back here next Wednesday, 6:30 live virtually in our virtual studio. Thank y'all for tuning in again. We love y'all. We like y'all. We appreciate y'all so much. Y'all
Yes.
have a great rest of the week. Keep smiling, baby. Keep smiling. Sprinkle some of that kindness everywhere. Take care. Peace.